hardly at all. And so I just happened to come in and hear this, and they said, it's really nice. They were talking among themselves. They said, it's really nice. We got a job finally, And then the guy said, the manager said, I took you mainly because I like the girl. And so, really? Which was me.
Yeah.
But I thought, that's not really nice to say to them and all that stuff. That's not nice. So anyway, I sang with them for about 4 months while I was up there. And I was homesick to see my mom and all that, so I came back home.
So would you say 4 months? Is that what you said? 4 months.
I wasn't there very
long. And then
he was there a month, I think.
Then you came back to Dayton.
Yeah.
Did you get what happened when you got back to Dayton? Did you guys continue?
It was done.
It was done.
No bands.
Nope.
You guys
just friends.
Stepped away from it.
I stepped away from it because my ex-husband Dan was full-blown into music still.
What was he? What band was he in?
Bear Creek.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
he was still playing. He's still playing actively in Quest.
Yeah.
He actually took over in our band,
yes.
though. It's in one of the newspapers, where it says Vicki has an all-girl band, almost. Vicki, yeah, almost. And it's got him in there with us.
Yeah.
And when he got in the band with us, because he'd been in bands.
We really got good then.
We got so good. He started playing Roll Over Beethoven and all this lead and everything. Yeah. And we came out, and that's when we really got good.
It is.
That was our best. Because he could really play that lead guitar excellent.
And this is when you were at Fairmont?
We were out.
No, we were graduated. We graduated in 60. I graduated in 66. She graduated in 67.
But this was before Massachusetts.
Was it before or after? I think it was before.
Before, because we went to New York, and
so when you came back, it was pretty much.
It was done.
It was done. Yeah. We weren't really getting along.
So did you start dating when he was in the band?
Yeah, I started dating Dan when we were 17, I believe. Yeah, real young.
Yeah.
We were married about 10 years. We had 2 kids.
Yeah, no, I see him quite a bit, actually.
Dan? Yeah. He said he sees you at
BW3. I'll run into him. And he's always,
he told me that.
He's like, yeah, I'm going to get something to eat and then take a nap. And
which BW3s do you go to?
At
Town and Country.
Do you?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So you know Tony then? Do you know Tony?
Tony.
Oh, Tony is so good. There's so many out there that you need to talk to.
I think, I've got because with each interview I keep a list. Tony Vest.
Tony Dirk Vest and Kathy Birch.
Yeah.
Oh, just fabulous singers
I know.
and musicians.
There's so many people to talk to.
There's so many, and they're still actively playing.
Yeah.
And Tony
and that's why this project is so crazy, because this is just like one genre of local music.
Well, Tony mentioned
it's just scratching the surface.
I think it's great that you guys are doing this.
It's fun,
It's really so nice.
The hardest part is really, finding the right people to talk to.
Oh, they're wonderful people too. They're good people. Good people.
All right.
Do you have fun doing this yourself?
I do. Mm-hmm. I do. Because we collect all kinds of records here, historical records about, local, about just about any aspect of local history you can think of. But when you can actually talk to the people, about their experiences that they lived through and kind of record that and capture it, and, that's a side of history that's very unique.
And we were in the Holiday at Home parade back at the Kennedy.
And we played for the Democratic Convention.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did some neat stuff. But I think you have all that information really in here already. That's on Buckeye Beat, has all that information.
Yeah.
We found ourselves on Pinterest the other day, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. I wrote her and I said, texted her, and I said, did you realize we're on Pinterest now? And she said, no, I didn't know that.
And I did not recognize a man's name that put it on there. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. This is just spreading, and you're really being a big help, the Wright State people.
Yeah.
Chris, I don't think we purposely kept playing. I'll be honest with you. I think the media, Steve Kirk, WING, and all those places kind of kept the ball rolling for us by calling and saying, will you play? Okay.
Well, and that's what I was going to ask. Like, how did you? I mean, I know there was a lot of word of mouth, but how did you book your gigs? Were there?
They called
He
us.
called us.
I mean, so you didn't like have some like.
You just had
or
cards
Somebody.
of our.
You just
with my phone
and was
number
that
on
what
it.
a lot of people did?
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was funny. Some of the things that were donated were these band business cards.
Yeah,
well, a lot
that's
of the
what-
bands
that's-
back there were affiliated with Max Rogers, but we weren't.
You weren't.
We
So
were
you
not.
didn't have anybody booking for you. They were.
Nobody.
No, they just called us.
And
They
you
found
just,
out
you,
somehow.
You had your card that just had your home phone number on it.
Yeah.
Kettering.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
The
a Kettering
momentum
girl.
just kept going because
Yeah.
of others, not because of us. I
Yeah.
really don't think we had much to do with it.
Did you at the time? Were you getting like local airplay, like on Wing or anything like that?
We got interviewed on a radio station in Cincinnati, but I don't know if they played. I don't know if they played a record or not. I don't know.
How did you get an album? Where did you record your album?
At Cyber
At
Cybertechnics?
You did
yeah,
that.
yeah, and they were. What was the name of them? Young and Dangerous and Be Gone with You.
I wrote
She
the
wrote
songs.
them. We wrote the music.
Oh, the original.
Yeah, she wrote the
It
words.
would be great to be able
We
to
wrote
hear
the music.
the music.
Do you
the
even remember
originals.
the words to those songs?
So what were the originals again?
Young and Dangerous,
And Be Gone with You.
and Be Gone with You was the other side.
Be Gone.
Do you remember?
I remember sitting in my bedroom writing those.
And the funny thing about us, Vicki would say, "I can't sing it in that key."
They
And we'd
always
say,
had to
"Well,
switch keys for me.
Well, we at one point we said, "Too bad," because we don't know how to change keys.
But you learned. You did learn after that.
Yeah, we were
You fought
awful.
me, but we did. We got to the point where
Sing it in this key, or we're not doing it.
Right,
they'd
right.
start saying stuff like that to me, and I go, "Oh God," you know.
Very
and then-
combative.
Yeah, they were very combative to me. And then I would come back saying my side of it.
No,
They'd say their
fought
side,
Terrible.
and that's why we broke up.
And we were brats.
We weren't brats. We were
brats.
brats.
When you were playing locally, what were the songs that people like? Was there a song you were known for?
Oh, they loved Shout.
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 Because boy,
Yeah.
I read.
That was like
it was
the,
like
the finale.
and the name
and
Shout.
White Rabbit. I
And
did
then-
White
oh,
Rabbit,
White
too.
Rabbit.
Yeah.
They loved Name Game too. Loved it.
They love Name Game and
Hang
then-
on, Sloopy.
Yeah. Well, we did Hang on Sloopy in the parade.
Yeah, but Shout, boy, they wanted that one.
So
But
much.
we played that for so long, and they just keep wanting us to go on and on and on and on and on and on. And they dance their butts off, and Vicki would be getting them going.
They'd be running with me on stage. I'd grab them by the hand, you know,
Yeah.
and we'd be doing our number up there.
Right.
With the girls looking at me like, I hate you. Let go of my boyfriend or something,
Right,
you know,
right.
something like that, you know.
So glad we
Yeah.
came. Right. This was the worst date ever. Right.
Oh, golly.
So you did mainly covers, but then you did make some original music.
We did.
Did people take to that? Did
We
people
didn't play
like
it
that?
out, did we?
we played it out at, what's that, Stivers, that Ludacran.
Oh,
Crun-
Ludacran's Hall.
We played it there, and they
Yeah.
seemed
Oh,
to
like
like
the
it.
later crowns?
Leader Crons, yeah.
That's
That's the only
right.
place we played it. And
That's
I don't know
right.
what happened. We might have broke up or something. I don't know.
Did you ever get any proceeds?
No.
They sell much, or was this something you just kind of
It was
recorded on your own?
We just
Yeah.
did it, you know,
Just to do it.
just to
Took
have
our
a
little
record.
records home and lost them.
Lost them.
For the most
Well, yours got melted.
No,
I finally
Penny-
found out what happened to mine.
Leslie got melted.
I asked
Not
my
mine.
brother, and he said, "Oh, I know what happened to it." I asked him this a couple weeks ago. I said, "You know, I wonder what happened to that record that Vicki and the rest made." He says, "Oh, I know what happened to it." And I said, "What?" He says, "I broke it in half." I said, "You're
That's
kidding
nice.
me!" Oh my God!
Leslie stored hers in an old cedar chest. We were just talking about this on Messenger, me and her and Penny, because I knew I was coming here. And when she got it out, it was warped really bad. And they can't remember if they threw it away or threw it back in the cedar chest. And I'm trying to get...
Once it's worked, it's...
Well, Jim Foreman, he has friends that restore this kind of stuff.
Flatten
Really?
them back out,
Really?
maybe?
No, but they can get the music off of it somehow. And he said, Fran, if you can just get me that record, he said, I have friends.
So
that
you've
can-"
checked with everyone in the band.
Mm-hmm.
Except for Leslie. It might still be in that cedar chest because she's got all of our stuff in there. She saved everything, but she won't part with it. She wants it, so it's
Yeah.
in her cedar chest. And Penny said it may still be in the cedar chest.
Let's see
And
this.
mine went in my Aunt Bee's auction. It was in a big stereo cabinet. But
Did you know it was in there?
yeah, but I almost died that day. I had to be hauled off to Cincinnati University Hospital with, I had viromyocarditis, and I was hauled out of there. And
By air,
I had to be
helicopter.
care flighted that day, so I didn't
What,
get...
what was it that you had?
I had viromyocarditis.
a virus in her heart.
A virus
Okay.
had attacked my heart. So, and I was traumatized by the accident. My Aunt Bee died, my Uncle Ed died, my mom almost died. I mean, they got hit by a semi. And
She was like a second mother to you.
Yeah, she was like a second mother to me. So that was a horrible thing for me, and I nearly died of a broken heart is the way I look at it. But I was too wrapped up in taking care of my mom. She flew out of the van and lost all of her skin, and I had to move her into my house and take care of her. And it was just a very traumatic time, and so I
Yeah.
didn't get back over there
So
to
that
get
just
my
got lost
stuff out of the
somehow,
house.
Right.
Yes.
As they're rolling her out of the hospital, because I went over to see her, and she was being rolled out the side of the hospital, and I saw her coming around the corner, and my husband and I saw this helicopter, up there and hovering over, and I said, boy, somebody's not doing very good in there, it looks
was
like.
me.
And then I saw her come rolling around the corner, and I was telling her, I said, you better not die on me. You
Oh.
get well, and all this stuff.
Oh, sure.
I was walking with
And
the bed to the
How old were
helicopter.
you when that?
Was I 50? 50, 51?
I'm saying that was in me
Yeah.
somewhere.
So beyond the Battle of the Bands, and that was at the GBU Hall.
Mm-hmm.
What would you
We played
say-
there a lot, though. We went back there.
What were a couple of your other most memorable shows?
Wing, what was that?
Swim and swing.
Swim and swing.
Swim
But we
and
also
swing.
had, wasn't there a Wing Island too? Miamisburg had something. What was that called? We used to.
Wing Island was
Yeah, we
venue
played there.
downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was when we played with Dan for the first time with
Yeah.
Roll Over Beethoven.
That's the one that then became the purple.
I can't remember any of
that.
You have my flyers, though, and it's on there.
Yeah.
tells you what they are. Yeah, there was one in Miamisburg, just a little place.
It was a
We
paint
played there.
shop at one time, and then they turned it into a
Oh,
little
what's the
teen
name of it?
nightclub. There was like about 6 or 7, but Forest Park Arena was the main
Yeah,
one.
we played there all the time.
Right.
And that wasn't what it was. We called it Forest Park, but it was...
It was called the She one time, and
Yeah,
and
it
the
was-
Caverns.
Yeah, it was the Caverns, and that's
We
where-
went every week just 'cause
Yeah.
even
That
when
was-
we
love
was
that
the
club.
place, Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the
Yeah.
biggest audience or the biggest venue or audience you ever played?
Probably there at Forest Park. They packed that
Forest
place
Park.
out, hundreds and hundreds
Yeah,
of
they
kids.
had a lot of people there.
Loads
It
and
was,
loads of kids.
it was
there.
huge in there.
And it's not. It's
No,
not even
it's
there.
not
No,
anymore.
The whole
Yeah.
shopping center's gone. It was
Yeah.
on Salem. It was in the Salem Avenue Mall. in
North
the
Main,
back.
wasn't it? North Main.
It was on Salem Avenue. On the bottom, in the back of the mall.
Well,
There,
the back
there was
of-
another, because somebody else was talking about that, about
It was a big
about the
thing.
night, about the club in the Salem Mall, and how they had this big sort of
Huge
upper
stage.
area where the band would go.
Yeah, it was a
Huge
tall
stage.
stage,
Yeah,
like up
yeah.
way high.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
And
was.
that's where the McCoys played there all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, Rick actually told me if I would drive to his house, he would teach me how to play better.
Oh no.
Well, heck, I didn't even drive till I was 20. And in my 20s, I couldn't drive clear to Indiana for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Shut up, phone.
So what would you say the high point would be in your musical career? I mean, I'm assuming it's Vicki.
I'll be honest with you. I think the first time we played at GBU Hall and we signed autographs and people screamed and they were on shoulders.
Our very
and
first time was the most fun.
That was probably.
It was like we were the Beatles.
Well, because you just hit like a bomb. Right?
Yes.
Right.
Because the
Yes.
Beatles were really big then,
Yeah.
and then it's like we kind of dressed kind of like them in our jackets and stuff, and you know what I mean. Sort
So
of
how
like,
how long after like the Beatles
did we come out?
did this? Yeah.
Not long, because we
Not
came
long
out in
It was right
'64,
after, right.
and they came out in '63, '64. So, who's that calling you? Do you know?
I hate cell phones.
I don't even have one.
It's my husband.
Well, we'll be done here in a few minutes. So what would you say, that was a high point, what would the low point be? What
When we argued with each other at practice, I'd say about you. I wanted them to learn certain songs, and they didn't want to, and so a lot of that was, kind of just small stuff like that.
Right.
You know.
The low point for me was none of that. It wasn't the arguing. It wasn't any of
Well,
that.
that was my low point. I
The
didn't-
the low point for me was when Penny quit our band to go with Bittersweet. And that hurt my feelings pretty bad. I still love Penny though. I mean, we were kids.
But yeah, you'd been
Absolutely.
buddies.
And
Yeah.
it felt like a betrayal to
Sure,
me. So that
sure.
was a low point for me. Now I'm real good friends.
And that was like right after high school? Was it
That
right
was
after-
that was right after high school, and then, but I'm friends with the rhythm player that was in Bittersweet. Now we're both artists, and we both belong to the Miamisburg Art Gallery.
Oh, really?
So we're friends now, and but that was a low point for me right there.
Yeah.
She's a great artist. She's a cartoonist. Oh,
Really?
she is. So she's
Thank
trying
you.
to get some of her.
Well, it's funny how a lot of musicians, it sort of translates into different
It does. You can
kinds
do
of
different kinds of
Yeah.
art.
People
And-
that are really
And I have a
creative.
grandson. He's 4,
Mhm.
and he is just like me. So I'm wondering if he's going to end up like me, because he can sing, he can dance. I mean, he's like a little Vicki walking around.
And that's how little Ellie is, my 11-year-old granddaughter. She just belts it out. She's in the Kettering Elite Children's Choir.
Is she?
Yeah.
So, I just got a feeling he's got charisma too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
what just seemed to happen around me.
Well, I think some of it,
You're
does
born with
kind
it.
of- Yeah.
I think so.
I think you're right.
It was too easy for me.
I think some people have
Mhm.
that sort of creative.
It's gifted, I'm telling you. I kept saying, God, like even when I'd be in contests and I'd say, please let me win, God, but I'm going to feel sorry for the people that don't, but please let me win. Then I'd
Well, I
win.
mean, and all kinds of people love music, and all kinds of people perform and are in bands, but some people have to work.
You've got to have that
a lot
it factor,
harder
and
than
you can
others,
always know that. You
Yeah.
know that? I mean, that's what it says on America's Got Talent. Simon, he's always saying, you got to have the it factor.
Yeah.
Yeah. People always told me that when I was little, and I didn't know what they were talking about.
Yeah,
What's it
yeah.
factor, Mom?
Yeah.
Because I didn't know anything.
I mean, there's some
about
people
it.
that just have to practice and practice
That's
and
right.
practice, and other people that the music really just
Mhm.
kind of comes to them in the rhythm.
You're right.
and-
You're right. Exactly.
Do you have you continued to play? Have you
Well, I still play at home.
just on your own?
Yeah,
have you ever
just by
have you ever
myself.
gone out and I mean you said that
Tony,
you and your family
Well,
were-
Tony mentioned to me recently, she said, Fran, why don't you brush up and maybe you can, I don't know, play with me and Kathy a little bit. And then I played a little bit for her, and I think she changed her mind because I'm not very good anymore. But if I brushed up, I could probably
Yeah.
do okay.
yeah.
I probably could. But I'm still real shy about that. I
Yeah.
have severe
Did you
stage
did you
fright.
ever? I mean, was there ever another time when you were when you were playing?
Just
I
when
mean,
I
not,
was
and not
playing
even in
bluegrass.
bands. I mean, even
Did
if-
you ever play out in a band?
Just
On stage again after us?
not really, but me and Tim,
I know
we
you
played at
practiced
family
a lot.
get-togethers, and
Yeah.
just stuff like that. And I do have a recording of all that. I have a recording of me singing bluegrass, and our whole band singing. Well, he made a practice tape for us because he was so good. He he played every instrument, he sang every part, and he would make tapes for us to learn from, and he was amazing.
So you kind of came full circle, and when you started playing again, you were playing bluegrass,
Bluegrass.
And music like
And
that.
I still absolutely love bluegrass.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love blues. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan, and
Mm-hmm.
those are some of my very favorite
Yeah.
people. B.B. King, they're my favorites in that area. But I still love bluegrass, and
Yeah.
it's such a soulful music
Sure,
to play.
sure.
And I could actually sing that pretty good. I actually could sing pretty good when I was younger. I was never able to harmonize, couldn't hear that harmony part. But
Did you ever get out and sing?
Yeah, we
you?
all.
You didn't. You just backed me
But
up.
we did backup singing,
Backup
but none
vocals,
of
yeah.
us sang lead in
No,
our band
none.
except
I
for
was-
Vicki.
I was
Right,
the only
right.
lead singer
Yeah.
at the time.
And it wouldn't hurt to give Vicki a break and let her voice rest.
Right.
And
Because
then
we
you
play
know,
like 4
Well, and I know
hours every
sometimes
night.
there'll be like a song or two that
But we
you know,
didn't do
some
that.
other band member might
Right,
sing.
we didn't do
Yeah.
that. We probably should have, because it's hard on a singer's voice to screech
I would
through.
think
You know,
so.
all those
Especially on
sounds.
songs like White Rabbit and all those.
Yeah.
A lot of those
way
were
up there songs, you know?
A lot of those were some screamers. you
But
know.
none of us were.
I know.
None of us were that caliber of musician. None of us wanted to step up to that microphone and do that. We
Yeah.
didn't want to. And probably Vicki would have welcomed it at a certain point and thought, oh, thank
I need a
goodness.
break here or something, you know. I need somebody to sing other than me.
So,
She
Vicki,
did good.
did you continue to sing like after?
Only weddings. The last place I
Weddings.
ever sang was in my daughter's wedding 10 years ago. And 2008 was the last time I sang in public.
Really?
What has happened is through all that singing, I've lost my voice. And I have, I went to the doctor to say, why can't I hit these high notes anymore and all this stuff. And so they tested me out, and my vocal cords are supposed to be like stretched, but now they're baggy, wavy.
Really?
They've been stretched, and I also have postnasal drip, so they
That
sit
doesn't
in a
help
puddle right here constantly. So I'm done singing because
She can still sing pretty good, though.
I can sing softly. I can't sing bursting it out like I
You
always
can't
did.
sing the way you.
I used to
before.
really belt it out, but now I can't.
Yeah.
But she still sounds really, really good.
I bet she does. I bet
She does.
Do you still go out and see music and?
I do.
She does.
I'm very active in supporting local music. Very, very active.
And
You go to some of these other bands
All
like,
the time.
like Quest and that kind
All
of
the
thing?
time.
Where do you have a hangout?
No, I just
Or do
go
you just
wherever
go
they're
where they're-
at.
where they're
yeah,
playing?
they send me. All of my friends are still playing, so they send me things over Facebook and say we're playing at the Riff Raff, or we're playing at the phone booth, or wherever they're playing.
Well, Dan's amazing because he's like,
he is.
I can't play enough right now, and I know that he
He is.
didn't play for a long
He
time.
didn't.
Um,
He is a fabulous bass player.
Yeah.
He is a fabulous bass player, and he can still sing. I mean, he can
Yeah.
still sing rock and roll. He doesn't have any problem with that.
I think you actually might have. There were some YouTube clips of them playing. You might have posted those.
Well, I
actually.
did. I take films of them all the time, so they will have those.
because it was up at the phone booth.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
take pictures of them for them, and I send it all to them.
Yeah, yeah.
I do that a lot for them. But I love going to see Ira. You know.
Oh, sure.
I love seeing Tony
He's-
play.
Ira's someone
Blues
on the
Power.
original list that he didn't talk real long either.
I've known
I-
Ira.
He has a lot to say because he knows a lot of people, and he's been a lot of places, and he's done a ton of things. He's been in a lot of bands. Ira's got a lot of history in him.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
known Ira since he was 11. He used to spend the night at our house because he was best friends with my brother. They were in the same band together, December's Children. So I've known Ira since he was a little guy,
Right.
you know.
Right.
And then I sort of kind of kept hanging around with him because he got into the Victorian skiffles for a while. And anyway, I was hanging around with those bands at the time.
Chris, why don't you come out and hear some of them?
I'd like to.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
don't you do
I
that?
definitely would.
They're
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Who?
And you'll get to meet Jim Snow because he comes to most all
Well,
of
I
those
gotta like
get-togethers.
you know, I got teenage kids, and
Bring them with you.
I'm like,
Well, they can't. Can they go?
see,
in
my
bars?
siblings, they're 10, 12 years older than
I was-
me. I can't even go out with them anymore because it's like I gotta go to bed.
Oh, I'm
But I
not
gotta,
like that.
yeah, I gotta.
I am 69 years old and I am still going strong and I
Yeah.
am not going to stop till both my feet are in my grave.
She started kind of doing this about 3 years ago when she got on Facebook and stuff. What's the guy the one that I knew when I was 12? You talked to him still, but you didn't know him yet, know him yet. And then I told you that Mrs. Wright, my singing teacher, introduced me to him when I was 12.
I don't
And
remember.
the one that's, why can't we think of his name?
You're not talking about Dirt, are you?
No, not him. The blonde guy. And the Americans. He had something in the American. What was his first name?
Not Vondel had
No.
black hair.
He's real famous back then.
Oh, I know. You've got all his stuff. He's the one that actually.
Sonny
records
Flaherty.
Sonny Flaherty.
It finally
Yeah.
came to me.
Yeah.
Everybody says that Sonny Flaherty's someone I gotta talk
Oh, definitely.
He was
But
what?
He lives in He's in Florida now.
to. Right. Right.
And I'm Facebook friends with Sonny, but he doesn't get on Facebook hardly ever.
Does he ever come back to town for anything?
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
And he's doing country music now. He's not doing rock and roll.
Well, and
anymore.
maybe if we can figure out, maybe it's something.
He just cut another
with
album
Skype
a couple
or
of years
something
ago.
like that, because there's a number
She
of people
keeps in
I'd like to-
contact with him. I knew him way back then. And we used to go to the LT club and dance. That was a big club back then. And her and I did when we were 18. And he used to play out there at times.
Yeah.
And then he would see me sitting out in the audience. He goes, well, there's Vicki Van Winkle. I just want to let you know she's here tonight, Vicki and the rest and all
Right,
that, you
right.
know. And it was just so cool
Oh,
to be a
sure.
16-year-old girl and people were recognizing
Right.
you at the time. you
Right,
know?
right.
It was so fun, wasn't it? Because we weren't. I mean, I was used to being out on stage that time, but I'm talking about people my own age. Because
Right.
the people before that was a lot of more my mother's age and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
You know?
I honestly don't think I thought much about it when people would recognize us and make a big deal out of us.
Right.
Most of that stuff just kind of rolled off my back for some reason.
Right, right.
And it doesn't now. I wish I could turn the clock back and enjoy every minute of it and feel those feelings. But I don't know why. I just didn't take it very serious,
Right.
maybe. I'm not sure what it
Yeah.
was. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
They
different
didn't.
people experience
And I was
things
serious
differently.
about it since I was 5, because I'd been in it for years,
Right.
and they weren't where
Well,
I.
performing had been your
Yeah,
whole life.
yeah,
so.
it had,
Yeah.
and I was out in public every week, and so I was so used to it. It was kind of old hat for me by the time I met them.
I don't
Yeah.
really think I understood the.
So how about when
meaning
you were,
of
because
being
that's one
famous.
thing that you hear so many people say is, when I got up there and saw the way people reacted, that was it. And then I was hooked. I mean, did you feel that way?
Yes, absolutely. And then after our band stopped being, I longed for it so badly. It gets in your blood,
Yeah.
and you go, you hear your friends playing, and you hear other bands playing, and all you can think of is, oh, I want to be.
I mean,
up
did
there.
you ever wish that you were?
Oh,
I mean,
absolutely.
over the years, did you miss that
Absolutely.
and want to be doing that?
I missed it terribly.
Yeah.
Yes, I still do. Even at my age, I still do. I miss it really bad.
Yeah.
But
Well,
when
you
you
should-
get older, you start losing this or you're
I
losing
don't.
that.
I don't miss it anymore.
I definitely do.
Well, it-
Because to
Yeah.
me, it kind of took my life. You know what I mean? Because you have to be here, you have to be there.
Well, and that
you know
was
what I mean?
that was like the first quarter of your life, almost.
But
Yes.
even yeah, it was like I didn't have my own life.
Yeah.
I was always having to go out and sing and sing and sing. And,
Right.
you know,
Right.
I liked it, don't get me wrong, I did. I really enjoyed it. But at the same time, it was like I wanted to be a kid.
Right.
I wanted to play,
Yeah.
you know, and
Sure.
just do normal kid stuff too.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I know a lot of the people we've talked to.
do they...
They've come and gone with music, and the ones